Hey YA, I have Acts chapter 15 today. In Acts chapter 15, what we're seeing is there's some resolution of some theological issues that were going on. So what's happening is the church is growing as we're reading in Acts. We're seeing, the apostles and others that are going out and sharing the good news, the gospel about Jesus. And there's some people that were going out that were Jewish believers who were sharing with, different groups that they still needed to be circumcised in order to be, they needed to be circumcised for to be a part of this group. And we know that the message was that salvation is through grace and faith, not by those works, those exterior works that that they used to have to do in the past. And so, there's this Jerusalem council that happens. We see, some of the apostles and elders, they gather in Jerusalem to talk about this, these things that were going on, and they came into agreement. And, they, again, it's salvation through faith by grace alone in Jesus. So, they did talk about, making it clear to the people about abstaining from certain things, like abstaining from sacrifices of idols and blood, as well as steering clear from sexual immorality. So they put this all together in a letter, and then it was going to be delivered to go out to the other, churches and communities, so that there could be clarification on this. So that was really important, in the early church for that to happen, so that there wasn't all these dissensions going on and, people kind of going off on their own saying, well, you have to do this and you need to do this. And people would start, listening to them and getting off what the message truly was. So just kind of some takeaway from this is it just reminds me how important it is for us to be in the Word and to really study it for ourselves. Because, I don't know about you, but, we can go on Instagram or go on YouTube, and there's a lot of different people that are influencers or pastors that are influencers, that are sharing certain teachings. And I know throughout my life, there's times where I've gone to a church or I've heard a message where, because I've been in the Word, something just didn't sit right. Like, in the Holy Spirit there'd be like a check in my spirit of like, that doesn't sound correct, actually, and so I only knew that because I had been in the Word and really studied it for myself. And so, kind of having those moments when something comes up and you're like, I don't really fully understand that, or what I'm hearing here, is that accurate, and so for me, it's checking it in the Word or going to, a trusted, Christian friend or pastor that I trust, and just kind of talking those things out if I'm not exactly sure. So just want to encourage all of you to do that. Again, there's just so much that we can hear about and around us that theologically might, sound okay, but maybe it's not 100% accurate. So just really making sure we're always in the Word and checking it with the Bible and, like I said, with, a trusted pastor or friend. So be blessed. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week.